So, guys, we're about to start. We're just setting up right now. LinkedIn.
I say any things we do, if we're not consistent, it doesn't work.
I don't know.
Consistency has to be the timing.
Like our schedules.
I left my notes somewhere. But luckily they called me. So that's why I like to go regular places. I like to go regular places.
When you said regular, like the places that you know,
Yeah, and they know you.
why?
I left my my notes and my sunglasses,
Oh.
and they called me.
So they're used to you? Yeah, Vaseline, that's so bad. So in terms of the consistency, especially that we had before, I don't think it's getting busier, but we put it in our schedule. Now I just have to put it on. Yeah.
Oh, it's not there.
I'll get it quickly. Let me stop. Can you put this there, please? Okay, can you turn that camera on, please? Hey, what's up, YouTube? Looks good. Looks good. Can we start? I'll go to YouTube live. Sharing it.
Maybe I can remove it.
for the live.
So your phone, can you Google something?
Huh? Yeah. You want me to Google something?
Yeah, if I ask you something.
Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah, how's my mic look? It's okay?
Yeah, but it's good to be clear.
Yeah. So like you see on top of that microphone, you can have a just look just to make sure I know it's fine, but just to double check. Like the things are moving.
Can you talk? Yeah.
Yeah, they're moving up and down. Let me move it. Oh, your channel looks good. Dad, can you put this on nicely?
Yeah, keep talking to people individual.
Here. Okay, welcome back to the Rabasha Family Podcast. We're here on YouTube Live, Instagram Live, and recording this podcast episode in a new setting. I really love this setting. It's good.
Why didn't you put that to your phone? That other thing.
It's okay. Or I should put it up. Why are you telling me this now when I start the episode?
I didn't know what you were using for. And that's why I was asking, can you Google when you have that phone with you?
That's why I kept it in my hand, because I thought you wanted to maybe Google something. Otherwise, I would have put it there.
Okay, so
Because you asked me
it's
that.
the same. If you can still doing it, so it's good. Cheers first.
Cheers.
Are we allowed to have alcohol on live?
Yeah. Why not?
Maybe it's marketing alcohol or promoting alcoholism, so I'm not sure if it's okay.
Anyway, so we are happy to bring these conversations back. We have an episode dropping tonight where we're in the restaurant, and we had the podcast in the restaurant talking about building our business. You know, what are our top 5 values? Do you actually remember that conversation?
When
Where we went to a restaurant and we talked about what are our top 5 values as a company.
Oh yeah, in the Roxia. Yeah. So yeah, I remember. But what did you want to talk today? It's maybe can go more details about the YouTube, the person on YouTube we have created, and so we want to be clear. And I learned when I was spoken to my coach, and she said, "What is your vision for podcast? What your mission statement for your podcast?" I think that is the key. So you have to tell people what is your vision. And then when you know your vision, so you have to follow your vision through everything you're doing every day. Yeah, and that's how you go to achieve your goal. See, there's a purpose why we have this time to record. You see, we started everything. We are recording, we keep recording. And the good things, we started recording. But now, we started as family one, now we have individual one. So now all those 2 YouTube channel, so they go to have a different visions, and which is good to work toward just one goal. Yeah, and it's so powerful, I think, to have a vision, because for me, what I want to do now, what I want to tell my audience is, I think I can categorize in three things. One is how, as Africa, eh, our ancestors have been naming their names, having their spirituality belief. Those are two key factors. How they have been doing it. So that is what we want to be awareness for young people like you. See, we didn't know why we were called English names or French names or Arabs names. We just found the names there. We think that is okay. So now, the first thing is to tell you, this is not our names. This is some Christian names. These are Muslim names. This is a French name. These are colonial. See, we tell that to be aware. And then we found out why we were named these names. See, that's the thing there. So the other thing is our faith in spirituality. Because when European came in Africa, the people were living. People have life there. But they say, no, this is how it is. This is the Jesus you have to pray. This is what you think there. So now, me to be here is to tell back to people how our sisters are praying to God, because they were living. Their life was there. So can we go back to find out that? That what is natural in our belief. So natural belief is to believe you in yourself. But other people came with their belief, and they teach us those belief. Muslim and the Christians. And they all started something like that. And that's why I did want you to have, you can Google. There's some things very important we lose in our life, especially as African. It's called national pride.
So you want me to Google?
Yes.
What
Google
national pride
what is
is.
national pride is.
National pride.
Yes, national pride. So now, these are the things European came to put us in our mind. So now, what happened now is, if a country be colonized by French in Africa, you found always has anything to do with French. We found people, the name they're French. The food they eat, they're French. Everything that they watch is French. See? Now, the white bring that national pride for themselves, bringing to us. So you found you're African, but because you're colonized by French, you take national pride for the other country.
You know,
French. So now the English one, the Kenyan ones, or the whatever English is colonized by English, many countries, they took now the English pride.
I have felt that, like, having a French name, like, subconsciously, I was like, when it came to France or French food, I felt like a sort of,
something related with you.
If I would walk in a place, people would say Yves Saint Laurent.
Yes.
And I'll be like, I love that.
You'll be proud of that.
And then I'll be like, that's that French, I'll be proud. So imagine Africans are having national pride for other countries.
But white people, they know why that. That's why I'm here. That the very important thing. So they brings their pride into our mind.
Look at the English. Oh, Ian, mate, lovely, mate,
yes.
And then the black people. You see black people who talk like that, who have that. No, this is English.
Yes. See, now we lose national pride for our countries. We lose national pride for our continent because we have been divided in that. So we don't think that is powerful. It's so powerful. That's what I'm trying to tell my friend, to tell the community to take the leadership. There is no other way. We got to have our sense of taking back, free from colonialism, until we take national pride. And it has to start with names. You know how? As you say, you feel always, everywhere you go there, they say French, you're related with French. You see cafe, when it's written French in Australia, because there are not many, when they see you, they were happy because also we are connected with something there. See, I remember when we used to be young kids, right, soccer, always in Rwanda, because we were more French, we used to watch and to know only French league. Paris Saint-Germain, Saint-Etienne, Lille, all the team thing there. Now, English in Kenya, they are always used to English Premier League because they are colonized by
the English.
By English.
Oh my! Even in the football.
Yeah, even the football. See, everything started there. That's where we lose our pride now. And the regions, we lose our pride because we didn't have our ancestors believing one thing in common is there. No, we were separate. We are every tribe in Africa were too many. We are separate, and then they bring their own.
So even in religion,
yes, even the religion. So now you become a Muslim, African in national pride for Muslim, and African is national pride for Christians,
for the church.
You are warrior for those people and for those ideas.
So what do you think about like Africans or Black people who go and serve in the military or in the army for, like, let's say, like,
Yes. So you see, to go to fight military, it's employment. That means nothing. It means nothing to say, oh, American, you go to fight. That's what they recruit you. You go to fight and then you go to die. It means nothing. At least they pay you. They pay you salary. See, you have to die. So that's why Americans, they are very smart. When they bring to your country, they tell you how to be proud for their country. How you got to be fighting for their country. How you got to be patriotic to fight for their country. See, but because they employed you, you go to military, they feed you, they do everything there, that transaction, so that is okay. See, when you're a citizen, a country, so that is good. Take the pride for that country you took the citizen.
Yeah, so take the pride.
Yes,
yeah.
Take the pride because you immigrate.
Yeah, like for example, we're Australians, no one can come and tell me that I'm not Australian.
No one.
Yeah.
You look at you see, to be Australian when you live here, what does it mean anyway? Well, a farmer who lives in Wagga Wagga, he thinks more Australian than you, but there's nothing different. We live, we pay tax, we enjoy, we have the same passport, we have the same license, but always his accent is going to make him to feel he's superior. But when you are here in the house, how do you know you're in Australia? How do you know we're New South Wales? You can't know when you think that. But we have to be proud where we are. So that is the problem we still have you. Say, oh, you are not African. You go back where you're coming from, you see? So that is the mentality. That is the mental putting us down. See? But it means nothing. You go to military, you go to fight the same way. See, that's how they recruit us. But if we immigrate, be proud for the country which is your adopted. You love it because you move in there. So you're not going to lose the pride where you're coming from, but if you go to serve military, you can't serve both countries at the same time. Yes. But why I would say now, can we have African names? Can you have, you're not going to change your background. The European, they're not going to change their background. Even though they're fighting Australian, they know each person has a background. See, that is how it should be. Yes, we have African background, but if you immigrate, if you are, whatever you be wrong, the reason you immigrate because where you're coming from, you have a problem. You have a fear. So you immigrate because of fear. There's nothing make you immigrate. If you know you're going to be successful, you could stay wherever you live. Or sometimes you can immigrate through maybe also lifestyle. Lifestyle can make you change. But to go back now, where we have to go back, is national pride. This is going to unite us. If I'm Rwandese, I have national pride. First of all, I have to have my name, African names. So which is me, you're not going to be anywhere and outside there to be thinking. I can be Australian with Rwandese background. You could be Kenyan, Australian citizen, but with your Kenyan background or African background. That's what you Croatian they are here. See, Indians they are here. Chinese they are here. They are both names. See, so now that is what you want. We don't need to get out of that national pride where you belong coming from. So now in Africa, people they try to say, let's redo this. Yes. The reason now we have issue, it started when European they take that weakness, changing African names. So when you are allowed to change your names, when you are allowed to take other people's culture, so that was the form of weakness. So that is how they continue now to put on financial, economical, and everything there. So that is why they're different with other countries. So what I'm trying to say, the weakness now, the destruction we have now in Africa. So what it caused, it was because our ancestors that time, they were weak to accept, to adapt their name, to adapt their culture. When I say culture, is only religious. Yeah. So now, that is two things a man should have. Your identification, it should be not changed. When you lose your identification, you lose your sense of a person, a man, a powerful. See, African will lose our identification. Our ancestors, they were hard to fight. Some, they didn't want to lose their names. They didn't want to lose their spirituality belief. But what they did, white people they took some, they sent them to schools, Europe, in seminars, to play a thing there. So now, when they give them education, what they came to do? To fight their own, the local one, who have refused to change. Now, because they came with education, they were more powerful. So that is how we lost. This is national pride. By lost our names. No. So now, if somebody found you weak like that, what does he do? And he found everything there. The economy is there. He take advantage. He take advantage of everything. He destroyed us all the time. See, that is the key of the destruction. But you see, we are grown. We never knew this is a problem.
But you know what? I also think it is so genius. That thing is so genius, man. The way they came and colonized people, it is so genius. And even just look at the point of when you look at that, the taking the identity of other countries. Do you know how powerful that is? To say, look, if we strip them of the name, these people will walk around feeling that they're part of us.
Yes, national pride.
Do you know how powerful that is?
That is.
Do you know how powerful that is? That mastermind who came and said, yo, you know what, with these black people,
it's a mastermind, they use their mind.
You know what we could do? Let's change their names. Yeah, we'll colonize them. Yeah, it's cool, we've taken this, but let's give them our names. We can give them our religions, so they're easier to control.
Yes.
right? No matter what, when we die, they're going to be holding our names.
Yes.
When we die,
so our
when we
mentality,
die,
yes,
when
was
we
better.
die, they're going to have the pride of our country.
Yes, but again, also it was just interfering in African culture. So that's
Because why just us? Look at the Indians.
Yes.
Or is it
now? Give an
why just
example now.
us?
So Indians, now I respect them. They have been colonized, but one thing they stick together is their names and their culture. What I say culture is spirituality belief. Culture is two things: your naming and your spirituality belief. That is the key, two keys of culture. Food, dancing, everything there. Just the entertainment can come in each part, shape or form. Or clothings, everything there. Those, they are accessories. Because clothing, it's outside. Food, it's outside. Each country has the same food. Only the difference is the way you make it. Is it just flour, corn, maize, potato, beans, everything there? All country, the food is similar.
But they kept their culture, their spiritual beliefs.
Yes, two things you have to keep. That is where my mission is, to tell you young guys, let's go back. Our name, and you think our spirituality belief. The spirituality belief we're going to take is just to know as we are going. To believe ourselves, to love nature, to do things. Jesus is not going to be our Savior. No, because you are Jesus. People, they were living, they have children, they bear children. They made fire. So how they created fire? They didn't wait a white person to do that.
They did it themselves.
They did it themselves. See, of course, one, we have agreed, because they use their mind, because they discover that, they realize their mind is their God. They discover everything through their mind. See, the Bible says there's nothing to be done without your mind. There's nothing a man has achieved without using a mind. So now, in what community, there are people who realize that. They take away the religion, they didn't care about that, they discover, they create mastermind to invent and to take other people's minds, ideas, and then to bring to themselves. And then they create everything. That is why they did. That is why you can see they're so powerful when you see the immigration. It was long time ago. The slavery, it was importing minds of people. It was intelligence of people.
Smart, master.
They are smart.
It was a
They are
business.
mastermind. It was business. See, but we can't go back on that. You see, because we're still alive, we are here now. To tell people not to understand this, that is key to change our life. To take pride. The pride is the most important things in life, identification of who you are. Who created us the way we were? God. And the men make the countries. Before there was no country. This country, they were not there before. But he created it the way he invented it to be able to govern the society. Yeah? But the culture, the naming, it was totally different. And everywhere around is totally different. You go a place, they say Chinese names, you go to know it's Chinese name. You go to know it's Asian names. You go to go somewhere, Indian names, you go to go Indian names. You go to somewhere, Irish names, you go to Irish name. You go to know it's a French name. You go, those things there. So African names, you go. You see, now, when we try to say that, is the way you feel yourself. Since I was always with French pride, not anymore. Now I'm Ndizeye Rubasha with my pride. with Rwanda and pride. If we get that, there will not going to be no more war in Africa. There will not conflict between Rwandese or Kenyans or Sudanese, everything there, because you got to have one pride. See, national pride, did you see what that mean? Yes.
Wait 1 second.
Oh, okay. So, and you see now, the national pride is the biggest, powerful than to be maybe like everybody's patriotic to the country you love. You can fight, your country. But national pride is to have those two believe, have two key of culture. So it had to be national pride first. Love your culture, see, have your names, your spirituality believe. Don't go other ones. Why? Why do we take Jesus is going to take us to heaven? Because somebody told you. Because somebody teach you that. And you go to school, see, people who went to school or university to study religious thinking there, they think they're, especially as African, they think they study good things, but they forgot they are studying other people's culture. They forgot to come back home with the intelligence they have to study what our ancestors have been teaching.
You're going and studying someone else's.
Yes, someone else's. And then you come, you teach people. You teach your people there. See, that is the issue you have. So, and that's what we are talking today. So the other things now we're talking today is just how can I bring this channel? See, I'm bringing this my channel in live to tell people that, to see how we change. It's just awareness. I'm going to market it back home to see how we can get more viewers on through this, and then everybody had to make a decision for themselves. Yeah.
And let's talk about that. Wait, the camera's about to cut off. Can you press that one?
Can you stop and then I talk to Mom?
Yeah. Can you?
I stop. Don't put on fast. I talk to her.
No, I'm not. I was thinking about turning the brightness down. Hey, go shoot. Oh, we just wanted to turn them. It's too late. It's okay. Just tell her we'll record.
No, I was home. No, niko home. I was recording na Eve, alafu nikaona nafikiri simu yangu ilikuwa kwa silence, sikujua. No, where are you? Oh, you come home and then we walk.
Walk where? Walk where?
I want
to the pub.
But we can continue. How many minutes we did?
We did 28. Let's continue.
Can you put on that one?
I want to talk a little bit about your YouTube channel, right? Because you've been on, this podcast and a lot of your talks. Obviously, we've had the Rubasha Family Podcast, so that's been your predominant platform. But obviously, on the Rubasha Family Podcast, we're a whole network, we're a whole show. So there's other things that are on the channel, right? So there was a particular group of people who were coming on the Rubasha Family Podcast directly for Indize. They were just coming for you. They don't care about our other videos. No. As soon as your video comes in, something, whether it's in Kinyarwanda or about African names, people were watching. I remember kind of introducing the idea of you creating your own channel, but how did the idea come up again?
Yeah, and I think it's you who
I think I had told you.
idea.
Yeah.
And you say you go solo, and maybe because of we are struggling to put in Kinyarwanda and English on the Rubasha Family Podcast, and you could see the number in Kinyarwanda, they were growing.
Mm-hmm.
So now we decided I can go solo on this one. And I think it's good and it's working well, and we are growing, and it's at times because we are serving people, we are serving community. It's just idea we're bringing it to us. And the other things, you remember I told you to the Rubasha YouTube channel, the three things. The other one is natural health, natural, exercise. Every man had to do exercise. So also I'll be putting your health is most important things. Your health yourself, your life is number one. You are the most important person in this world. You, where you sitting, it's you came first. When you in the airplane, they say, take your mask first before you put another person. That would mean it's so powerful. Put your mask first. And the health way now is just go for walk, and walk is nature. You walk in the nature, it's water, it's wind, it's everything there. You need to pay anything there. See, that is how God created everything to us for free. But the good things is also we have to do transaction. That is where the white came with that economic power of mind. A white man took everything there. If he go to teach you how to walk, he came to Africa. He discovered water. He said, "Oh, I discovered these rivers. He discovered all national park, everything." He said he discovered them. Those things were there. People they are using water.
How to monetize it, but
need how to monetize it.
But let's go back to the point on your YouTube channel. So, because I remember bringing that up to you, and I said, you know what, Dad, I think you should start your own YouTube channel. And I had the image of it anyway. I was like, you know what, there's so many people who are coming for my dad. Imagine he's also like, when I see Reverend IK or all these Jim Rohn, these speakers, they also have their own brand. So I also saw you in that light, and I said, you know what, something in my mind said, tell Dad to get his own channel, and then now everything people can just come for him. And that's why I think the walking is really good, is because it's what people want to hear. People want also to hear the exercise, the health mixed in with, your spirituality and your mind. Like it all fits in that. That's why I think your YouTube channel was genius. Also talk to us a little bit about you kind of now setting up, even though we have a team now. But I think what's also a great lesson here is creating your YouTube channel, because we've created so much content and we're used to so much content. We blew up your channel within straight away. Your channel had content on the go. If you look at your views, you're over 7,000 in shorts. You're killing it just because we have the function to blow up channels, because we all have the content already.
Yeah. And you see, there's sometimes I've been telling you since you were young, and we see always sometimes you say something and later you see it in life. I used to tell you, you inspire me. Some people, most young kids, they say, "Oh, my parents inspire me," or a hero, somebody a sport. No, the way you do your work, the way you are consistent to do something there is inspiration. People don't think a young man like you, your son, can inspire you. You did. To tell me to do this, to tell me to talk, to tell me to go to camera, to stand to speak English, to stand here to talk. You remember you said, Dad, let's we talk on the podcast. I start talking with you. See, that created me a huge confidence. See, practicing it. We started saying, oh, Dad, don't worry, just let's talk. I talk, learning English by talking. My English I learned from the street, but every day you grow. And now you say, Dad, do your own channel. Now I'm doing it. I can see it there now. And you see, your imagination sees it. You see the numbers, you see that can make there. See, that's what mastermind mean. Mastermind, you have to see some things and you tell somebody, and that's how we build it up. So we build up together. Now I'm growing. I'm thinking how to do it. Every day I walk, I think, I record, I travel with camera, I walk with everything there. See, now every ideas keep coming. And I was looking now the other day, as I say, how I'm going to grow, because my community is too small. So now I want to grow, especially to go back home. Now that's how I realized we spoke to somebody, which we are going to partner with them. You can be maybe like be our ambassador now to market my channel in Rwanda. So I'm starting in Rwanda now, and then after in Rwanda, we can market in Kenya, in all other parts of Africa.
And what's crazy is like your channel's blowing up the quickest that I've seen in a while. Like we manage other channels on our network, like it's the business side of things. But along with mine, but yours has been the quickest I've seen. And yeah, it's been quick. And even because when I was thinking as well, I thought I have my own channel and I have the podcast, remember? So I was like, Dad should have his own channel. And I said, this is the personal branding, right? This is what's going to come back to it. I said, Dad is his own. Look at that. Look at your channel.
And even morning, I wake up always something's mind that came thinking.
But and I also realized a lot of these business people that we see, Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, you know, they all started doing this at the ages of 30s, 50s. Even Grant Cardone said it. I knew I needed to be on here. I didn't know anything about Facebook or YouTube, but we had to do it. We learned what's a thumbnail. We learned what's this. And the same questions you ask. So like, even to see you navigate around doing this, you know, it's like, I think with the older people, it's like, I don't know what it is. It's like, oh.
Yes, this is not our own things. Like people we grow up together now, my age mate, at least now, always the same, that I always keep doing it. You're inspiring us. So it's good. So also they keep motivating me because keep telling me that. And then I keep moving it because it's how we inspire. And the way we keep doing it is. Yes, we are waiting. We finish. We finish and then we start. We told you a bit far. We start second one. We're going to finish 5 minutes.
Also, you are interrupted.
Yeah, but that's okay.
No, because we know. So when interrupted, you see this one we can cut it.
Yeah.
Are you tired? We can go there.
When? But you're still doing this thing.
So what are we going to do?
Yeah, we'll be done in like 5 minutes.
He's the one who told me to come because I would have gone somewhere else.
You said that 5 minutes will come.
To meet her, so I'm not going to meet her instead.
And we'll be done in 2 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's even good, because I just want to see this one here looks so bright.
And she always really wondered how you cut me short, and I was the one who modeled the best, showing that dress opening the belt.
I did what?
She wondered why you cut me short, and everyone you did long videos.
What do you mean cut you short?
You did.
Huh?
You did.
Oh,
She was wondering why everyone took so long, and then mine cut me short, and I'm the one who's showing them even what to do.
oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, but she said I was the best model. Anyway.
Yeah, you're the best.
Yeah, she said, but she doesn't know why you cut me short.
Are you ready?
God bless you, vacuum and clean that.
Okay, don't talk again and then we go.
Yeah.
Yes, so to build up now, it's growing, it's every day, and that's how it's so good and so powerful. So now from tomorrow, is go to see how we can marketing it. It's just we go to see a trial for 3 months, and then we see. So I was planning to have by 100 videos on but 75 is what we have now. So we're going to see what is going to come up to go to target back home audience, because I could see my audience here was more Rwanda and the US. So we want to focus on Rwanda. We see how numbers goes there. So my goals is to be getting 500 subscribers. We are currently have 63. So, and then we need 3,000 hours. So we have like maybe 100 hours there. So by the number they go to grow, at least we have 1 year to go with it, but we want to do it as shortest period of time as possible. For me, I'm going to see these 3 months. I'm going to focus on it. I'm going to talk to this guy and see, we have a manager who looking my social media in Kenya, so we go to work as a team.
Which, to be honest, has been a big help. You know, you wouldn't have been able to do this by yourself. Even with my help here.
Yes, that's how you grow. You grow with a team. One person self, no one become rich, successful by himself. Everything had to have a team. And you see, that's how I know I'm growing, because I have one team, one become two. See, now we have two. See, you have to have one in Kenya, one have to in Rwanda. So that's how I'm growing. I'm going to have another one in Kampala. I'm going to have one in Burundi. See, that's now I can see my imagination is growing. My thinking is growing. My motivation to speak is growing. See, I have a vision. I have experience. And I have a plan. And there's nothing going to stop me. It's just keep my vision alive. It's not easy, but I have to keep doing it. Whatever you imagine, you see it. I used to see when I started to see, when I was listening, Reverend Ike, I can see Al Nightingale, and as I say, I want to be like them. They are old, everybody passed away. But when you see them, their profile, when you see their short video, when you see their YouTube, with all this subtitle, everything there. Now I see myself there. I can see, go in my room, sleep, listening to myself. You know? But these guys, they work hard. Never go that they recorded these things 1699, 1630. They were recording to give these people message. Because what? The churches has pulled down not to be able to do anything. The few people who have been going to his meeting, they grow. But there's no ones who become now taking that response now. What they did, they take for themselves. There's many people who are learned, especially, that's what I discover, Australians have learned this method for a long time. They know their God. They know their mind is powerful. They know their everything. That's how they do what they do. They work one by one themselves. No one goes to church. They are honest for themselves. They are doing everything themselves. They investing everything for themselves. There is no award person who's going to pay 30% to church. No. His 30% is invested in shares. He's not going to give it to a pastor. No way. African tell you give to the pastor. They did long time ago, but later they realized, no, that is bullshit. It's all they did. They come out one by one. They
Because-
don't need to tell anyone. They need to teach anyone.
So basically,
Just come out.
because that person's like, hold on, this tithe I'm giving to the pastor, I'm just giving it to them to feed their pockets. They're building up their business. You're putting it to the preacher's pocket. He's doing and spending his money. Wait a minute, let me put this 30% in shares,
Yes.
and that could be for the family.
Yes.
So now I can, also in the Bible it does say that man will have dominion of men, and also, don't paraphrase me, but there's many generational wealth phrases in the Bible talking about looking after,
They invest for themselves.
looking after your
Yes.
bloodline,
Yes.
right?
They don't invest to their other gods. But in Africans, we have been investing to other gods every time is there. So those are the things we're going to teach people now. The way to change. You have to invest in yourself. And it's something people don't think about every single day. Even the whole community back home, they don't think about that. People are going to think you are against the church. No. You can't be against the church. Church is so powerful. They've been there for generations. They have institution. They have mindset. They already put the structure. They already put structure everywhere to defend their belief and to fight for their belief. We are not fighting them. We are not against them. We are telling people there is other way you can believe, you can learn about your spirituality. We can go back as Africans to learn how to do it there. And then we go to get respect from other countries. We go to negotiate everything else economically there. But they see us there, you're Africans, your name is Africans. You see, you go, your name tag, the meeting had to be African names.
Even I'm not gonna lie, before we wrap up, like Sujiro, when I walk in, I've never had that when people, maybe like I was just trying to think in something Eve, but more was like, because it's French or whatever. But with Sujira, it's just been different, man. People be like
different.
It's like, yo, where's that from? And they
Yes.
look at it's like it's powerful. It's like it's such a great feeling. Even when people like on LinkedIn or hey Sujira or something.
Yes,
like,
the way they
business.
pronounce it, the way they think
It's a
that.
great
Guys, that's what I'm telling my young African kids. Take your names. Let your parents give you African names. Teach people how to pronunciate it. Even when they shorten, let's shorten your African names.
Mhm.
Do you understand? Yes, let's shorten your names. You see, like for me in DZ, like the other day when I have a coffee, and they say, on DZ, and DZ, can you say DJ? See, of course, it's still DZ, it's not always anymore. Do you understand? So they can shorten your names, which is,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Like one client said, Suits.
Yes, so see, that's how they do it. But you remember, it's your name.
I like it.
It's
too.
your national pride. They can shorten it. They can do the way easy to say it, but in our documentation have to be that. Our national pride had to become. When you change your name, when you do that, you feel it inside. You feel special. You feel you belong where you are, because that's only God who have given them these colors. That God has been make you to be born where you are. There is no way other person God could allowed him to do that if you don't have done that. So always when you argue with me, we go back always. My simple example is India. India being colonized, they take their names, they take their culture, and you go to see all the community they have been respected because they took that. They could have issue their home, but believe that the respect of that is because they stick to their ancestors' root. I admire that.
Yeah, you admire the Indians, and that's something that, like you said, that was very powerful. The Indians, no matter where they were colonized, they kept their names and they kept their culture. They kept their spirituality. Till today, all of these things that we
That's
see,
the respect
yoga,
that they have.
we see yoga. Even their spirituality was so strong, so by the heart that people went to copy those things and bring those things here in the West and market it. But it's always been there, and it's because they've held steadfast to their vision.
Because their life was there before the colonial came there. You see, white people sometimes they say, "Oh, we came Africa like Africa. There was no life before. No, life was there, but at least they improved. We had to give them a credit. They improved it in terms of technology, in terms of they did all those things we are enjoying here. They created it. Back home we used to have local beers, everything there. Not beers, but alcohol.
Yeah.
But now you can't afford them anymore because they say, "Oh, it's not good, it's not nice," something they see. As we destroyed our own.
So anyway, all right, I'll let you guys get to it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in on another episode of the Rabasha Family Podcast. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you.
Guys, thank you so much. It was good to catch up again. And,
Thumbnail.
Rose! I don't know if she's going to come. Rose!
Just for a call.
Are you going to be able to take everything?
Yeah, I can take it.
Rose!
Oh no, Dad. I knew I should have. One of the microphones was off. And I asked you to look, or maybe because I turned it off now. I think maybe because I turned it off.
Because it's coming off. So what?
I got scared. That's my biggest fear.